What is up, Discovery Student Ministries?
What?
Happy Wednesday. It's December, Nathan. Can you believe it?
Awesome. I'm so excited. Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming.
It's going to be snowing soon.
We're in week 2 of our Christmas series.
Week 2.
But should we do something before we get into week 2?
We should probably go change into our game outfits.
Oh,
so that we're ready
sweet.
to go.
Wait, that means it's game time.
Select your player.
Oh man, our game tonight, you guys, it is Dollar Store or so much more Christmas edition.
What does that even mean?
Well, let me tell you. What's going to happen is you have to decide whether this festive piece of decoration that will show up on the screen was purchased at the dollar store or it costs more somewhere else.
I got to say.
Yeah.
It feels like a calculated choice that you put me back on and not Lex, because Lex loves the dollar store and she would ace this game. And I think you just want
to win?
To just keep winning. How dare you? So Lex, this one's for you.
Hey, so I went back and I actually, real quick, you guys need to, if you didn't watch the rest of our
they're pretty fun, right?
It's pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Did the pumpkin spice it games. We have 6 of them now posted on our page, and so you guys should really check those out. Some of them are pretty funny. Some of the things that they pumpkin spice is ridiculous. Spoiler alert. It was really close. Like, I did not, like, Lex competed against me in all of them, and so she did a really good job. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Okay. Are you ready? When was the last time you were at the dollar store?
Often, because Lex loves to go
there. Okay. All right. Well, then you got
so,
this.
That's what I said. This one's for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to channel you in my brain.
All right. That's like a bell ornament thing with some... so here's how we're going to do it. Thumbs up is it was dollar store.
Okay.
Thumbs down is it was not dollar store.
It was bought somewhere better.
Yep. Better. So much more. Maybe not better, just more expensive. Here's the thing. I feel like they have things at like Pottery Barn that they also have at dollar store.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
See, I think this was purchased at the dollar store.
I think you're probably right, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's just a cheap little bell with some garbage on it.
I could see something like Hobby Lobby.
Right, yeah.
With that.
They probably do have it too. All right, here's your next one. It's a little wood stand. It says peace, joy, and love. Peace looks like a little faded.
It does look a little faded.
Yeah.
But
maybe this person has had this for so long, and so they bought it in like '74 for $1 at the dollar store.
For an actual dollar.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. 3,
I'm ready.
2, 1. Oh, nice. All right.
Okay.
I like that. It's so much. $15
that looks
at
like
Target.
A Target. Yep.
That's awesome. I was gonna guess a Hobby Lobby for that.
Yeah.
Because does Target really like peace, joy, and love?
They used to.
You know what's awesome?
70s when they bought that.
Peace is what we talked about last week at youth group. Guess what we're talking about tonight at youth group?
Joy.
Spoiler alert, joy, yeah.
Is next week love?
I'm not telling. Too many spoilers. Oh, what is that? Is that a placemat?
It's a llama.
Well, I know it's a llama that says 'tis the season, but is that a placemat? Is that a towel? Is it a doormat? You think it's a card?
I don't know.
I need to know what this is before I know if it's Dollar Tree.
But you don't get that luxury now, do you,
fiddlesticks. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, different directions.
Because I think it's a placemat or 35. It's a doormat. $35 at Pier 1.
I was thinking it was a card.
Yeah.
If it was a card, it would be a Dollar Tree thing.
For sure. Oh, that would be too much for one card from Dollar Tree.
I'm so bad at this. All right. Is it a hat? Is it a plate?
Oh, I think, it's a charger. A plate that you put a plate on.
I know what a charger is. Okay.
I just want, for the people watching in your groups right now, it's the fancy plate that you don't actually get to put food on. You put the plate that you put food on top of this plate. It's a charger.
So what material is this one made out of? That's going to define it.
I'm not going to tell you because that's going to tell you how I'm going to vote.
I know.
All right. So thumbs up is dollar store. Thumbs down is so much more.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. It's dollar store.
It's got to be dollar store.
Plastic.
We have these.
Yeah. I think I have these and this color. Yeah.
In that color. I was going to
awesome.
say, I recognize that.
Love it. This is a little wooden hanger sign thing. Happy holidays instead of holidays. With Santa. Man. Do any of you guys have this at your house? Because cool. I'm ready.
Okay.
Have I missed one yet?
I don't know.
Me neither. I don't remember.
I don't pay attention.
All right.
You can check down below.
Yeah. Let us know right there what the score is.
Let us know. How are they going to let us know? Like type in hey, I can see your score.
You know what, Nathan? You're just mad because I'm winning.
I am just mad because you're winning. Okay.
3, 2, 1. This thing looks cheesy and cheap, so I'm thinking it's dollar store.
Yeah, I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, you are. Oh, it's a nativity.
Ooh, I have this one.
No way, really?
I think I might.
Where'd you get it?
I can't tell you.
That dollar store. Okay. It's hard to say because I don't know size.
Right.
Like
we don't know
having
quality,
a tiny little
build
picture
quality,
that we're looking
what
at.
the material is.
Man. This is tough.
This is really tough.
So I just have to go with my gut instinct.
Go with your guts.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, dollar store doesn't love Jesus the way that
so
Macy's
much more.
$270.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that was donated to us. I think we have that
Wow.
one. I think Lex, do we have that one? Let us know in the comments below.
270. That thing better be big.
Gold. Yeah, no, I think it was big.
Like a good. It would take up like the whole table that's between us when
Yeah.
you guys look at the wide shot that we do. I know you can't see it right now.
Can't see it right now.
But
Yeah,
all right. Sweet.
feel like
270.
it.
That's impressive.
Okay.
What is that? Is that a paper plate?
It's porcelain. Fine
What
china,
am I even looking at right now?
handcrafted. It's a tambourine.
No, it's not. I really have no idea what I'm looking at, you guys.
I'm ready.
All right, whatever. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's
it
a
looks
dollar
like
store plate.
a junk piece of plate.
What? Well, I mean, I missed it, but so did you, so I'm happy. Wow, that looks like a paper plate from the dollar store. Like you would get.
I would throw away.
Here's the thing. For a Dollar Tree, if it was a stack of plates, it would have made sense.
Right.
But because it was one plate, you wouldn't get one paper plate for $1.
Well, that could be a stack of plates that
But
we
see,
just can't
we
see because
did-
it's a perfect picture. Man,
Interesting.
all right, Pier 1,
Well,
whatever.
Oh.
Oh, that's cute. The little truck with a tree in the back. That's a trendy decoration.
Is it a decoration? Okay.
I think it's a decoration.
All right.
The question is it a decoration or a decoration?
Oh.
Because that
that's a
changes
good
where I'm buying
point.
it from. Because Pier 1, I'm buying the decoration for like
Yeah.
$50,
Yeah.
but Dollar Tree, I'm buying the decoration. So I don't know when the last time I looked at a Pier 1 was, if ever.
I don't know if I've ever
Do they
been
exist
in-
anymore? I mean,
No.
they do according to this game. All right.
They do in like port cities where there's actually like a Pier 1.
All right. 3, 2, 1. I'm going. It's a tiny one.
Yeah.
$20 at Target. All right.
All right.
Well, hey, you got
I'm
one I
making a
didn't get.
comeback.
Making the comeback.
No.
Oh, a 2-pack of signs, or is this a 2-sided sign thing? Home for the holidays, and it's the most
Wonderful.
wonderful time of the year.
Wonderful Christmas time.
Red truck with a tree in the trunk.
Oh, that's trippy. Does that tell you something?
Oh, maybe.
The moon is bright.
Oh, you know
Spirit's
what?
here.
This is
Wonderful Christmas.
This is something else. Okay, I know what
This
I'm doing.
is something else.
Yep.
What is it?
I'll tell you after we vote.
That sucks.
All right. Wow, that was harsh. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. I think they might actually be like gift card tags.
Oh,
like gift tags.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we both got that one.
Sweet. I'm glad I looked at that because at first I was thinking it was like a big sign that you hang on your wall.
Like a
type thing.
hanging,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
on your door or something.
All right, we got a
goodness.
Chewbacca nutcracker.
Alexis, we should get this.
Yeah.
Let's find out wherever this is.
Alexis, you should get this for me.
Well, we have a bunch of nutcrackers
Oh, fun. Okay.
on our.
I don't.
mantle.
I don't think I actually want this.
I think it would be fun to have.
Because I don't have any nutcrackers.
We have a bunch.
And so it'd be weird to just have this one. And this is probably too ugly that Melinda would be like, I don't want that up in my house.
No, we definitely
Yeah.
would put this up. This is awesome.
If I had a bunch, it'd be fine.
Does it say Happy Life Day on it?
Oh, look that up, you guys. All right.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, no way. Is this a Dollar Tree? Yeah.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry, Lex. We're not getting this.
And I'm changing my mind. You can get this for me after all, because this is probably
How?
life size.
No way. I kind of want to look this up. I'm going to do that after this. Don't let me forget. I
Wow,
wanna
this is
look
really
up.
good. Yeah, okay. That was exciting. That was it.
Was that it?
Let us know how you guys did. Again, if you want to see more stuff like this, not a part of our small group nights, just let us know. We'll put some games up. We'll record some stuff. We'll get you involved as well and put it up on our YouTube channel.
Matt.
And yeah.
I've got an update for you.
He's got an update, you guys.
15-inch Steinbach Chewbacca Nutcracker.
15-inch?
With code FRIEND on Macy's website. $1,410. But with this code right now, $394.
But it's only 15 inches tall. Yeah. It is a standard nutcracker size.
Yes. Now, if you want Kylo Ren, 11-inch nutcracker, that is normally $204 on sale with that code for $56. There's also a Chimney Yoda and a
Hey
Boba
guys,
Fett.
We'll be right back.
Merry Christmas!
All right, welcome back, guys. We changed back into our more professional discussion close. Yes, that was kind of interesting.
Well, the
game.
Nutcracker thing specifically still blows my mind.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Hey, question for you guys. Question for you, Nathan. Question for me. Like, if we're being totally honest, is there times, maybe oftentimes, here and there, right around like Christmas, where like it's really not all about Jesus, but it's actually all about me?
Oh my goodness. At Christmas?
Yeah.
That's most of the time,
yeah.
I think, for a lot of us. Myself, like, and maybe, you know, as an adult, it's a little bit better. As a kid, especially, yeah, it was all about presents. Like, I had this whole thing that I would be like, if I think about the present that I want the most every single night, if I just think about it enough, that will make sure I get it. I'll will it into existence.
Yeah.
I invented the secret before it was a thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow. Congratulations.
I know.
That's impressive.
If I had written that as a book, I would have been a billionaire with false teaching.
Yeah. You maybe not worth it. But seriously though, like, as much as I hate to admit it, even as an adult, there are times where like the busyness of the season consumes me, the stress, like, and sometimes it's not even till like Christmas Eve at our like candlelight services where I can finally just like take a breath and focus on Jesus. And I feel like a lot of us, we can relate to that, right?
Oh, for sure.
It sometimes, like, I've used this idea of like this word, this phrase, the Christmas game, to kind of describe a lot of what we do, right? Because like for a lot of us, Christmas feels like this game of wishes where we're looking for ways that we can get our wishes fulfilled in this season. And then as we get older, like, it becomes this game of like satisfying other people's Christmas wishes, right? Like, my kids have their wishes. I want to make them happy. My friends have, right? Like, it's this game of wishes at Christmas time. And if you think of like the majority of Christmas movies, they kind of start out with someone making a wish.
That's true.
Right? You have Polar Express.
Okay, he has like the bell.
And
he gets that later.
He gets the bell that he can hear later, right?
Yeah. He's wishing about Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Home Alone starts off with a wish. I wish my family were gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Elf, Buddy wishes that he could see his real dad.
Okay.
And visit New York. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Santa Claus, Jingle All the Way, like all of them have like this
Christmas
desire,
Carol?
a Christmas Carol.
He wishes for more money.
Yeah. Always though, right? But like the list goes on and on with
that is a pretty common
happens.
theme. Yep.
And even if we rewind the clock a couple thousand years back to, the arrival of Jesus, I think we have a lot of this wish and these desires that happen at that time, right?
Wait, does that make the new Disney movie a Christmas movie by default?
Oh, well, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Called Wish.
Yeah, probably not. But you guys probably know this. Like when Jesus was born, the Jewish people, they're living under the authority of the Roman Empire.
Yep.
And like they were facing this enormous amount of persecution and fear. And in the midst of all that, the people were wishing that God's power would like show up in this violent, just humiliating military conquest over Caesar and his army, right? They weren't wishing for the savior of the world to come as a baby.
No.
They were wishing for the savior of the world to come and lead this armed rebellion to overthrow the government.
Yes.
Maybe some of us wish that would happen in our country today. But like for a lot of us at Christmas, we wish not just for stuff, but sometimes we wish for like pain to go away, right? Like maybe there's hurts, there's things that have happened in your life that has caused pain, and like, man, this Christmas season, I just wish that would go away.
Right.
Like you're not alone if you're thinking or feeling those things. Christmas for a lot of people, unfortunately, can be this time of pain, but it's also this time where we can be reminded of joy, like in the truest sense of the word. And so we're actually going to be talking about joy tonight in our series, Lights, Camera, Christmas. So Luke chapter 2, we're going to pick right up in the Christmas story where we left off last week. The baby Jesus was born laid in a manger. So we assume that was a stable. If you want to hear our thoughts about the Christmas story and how maybe we've misinterpreted it, check out our podcast, a little shameless plug there.
Oh man, it's good though.
But we talked about a lot of the myths of Christmas. So I want to be real careful with the words we use because I don't want to like perpetuate those myths into your reading and understanding of the Christmas story. So
makes sense.
Anyway, he wasn't like born in this peaceful environment. It seems like he was born in the midst of chaos, but as the one who brings peace. That's kind of what we focused on last week. But that's not all he came to offer. So let's take a look at Luke chapter 2. Hang on, I got to unlock my remote here. There you go. Luke chapter 2.
Luke 2, verses 8 through 11. That night, there were shepherds staying in the fields nearby, guarding their flocks of sheep. Suddenly, an angel of the Lord appeared among them, and the radiance of the Lord's glory surrounded them. They were terrified, but the angel reassured them. "Don't be afraid," he said. "I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people. The Savior, yes, the Messiah, the Lord, has been born today in Bethlehem, the city of David."
Your angel voice is fire.
You like that?
Yeah.
I assume it's got to be loud and booming. If it's
Which is why I
them.
said don't be afraid, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if any of you were old enough to remember like a younger sibling being born or maybe like a younger cousin or something. But if you don't know how it goes, let me explain to you how this all works out. Not in the awkward sense here. Yeah. So here's what happens. First step, a baby's born, right? It's all like, that's great. And then step 2, everybody loses their minds because like everyone wants to see the baby. People who've never been to your house want to come over now to see this baby. Are they taking a nap? Who cares? Let me wake up the baby because I'm going to hold that baby.
I'm going to hold him.
And like, if they can't see the actual baby in person, it's like we're sharing the pictures all over the place for everyone to see.
Yep.
Here's what it kind of, I feel like maybe boils down to. People want to celebrate when babies are born.
Okay.
Because one day that baby grows up and like they become you or me, right? Like that tiny, cute little baby sometimes turns into this loud and smelly, obnoxious middle schooler, like I'm talking about myself.
Wait, you're a middle schooler?
No, when I was a middle schooler.
Oh, okay.
And then a high schooler who like eats all the food in the house and then complains that there's no food in the house. And so, we like to celebrate the babies because there's just this like innocence that happens there, right? And God was no different. His son had just been born and he wanted to celebrate in a way that really only he could. And so like God lights up the sky with these angels singing about how awesome his kid is. And there's a few things like with what we just read in Luke 2 that maybe I want us to kind of focus on here for a minute. Okay, so the first thing is this. The shepherds were terrified. And I think we talk about this kind of a lot with the Christmas story.
Yep.
Because the shepherds, they're just out there like minding their own business, doing their thing, right? Really just doing their job. When the sky explodes with heavenly beings, and I'd love to think that if I were the shepherd, I would just react with like awe and reverence in the moment, right? Of like this angelic chorus.
No, angels are scary though. Yeah. They've got, like, if you see how they're described in the Old Testament, oftentimes they're covered in wings and covered in eyes and like rotating wheels and spheres. Like,
super fun, by the way.
That's a lot of time what they look like. Yeah. So no, I'm sure it was not like just a guy with a trumpet.
Right. And these potentially frightening beings, they actually came to proclaim the most joyous thing to ever happen in all of human history, right? Like the savior of the world had been born. Like this is a big thing. But yeah, it was scary. It was confusing. And that's why those first words that you heard from Nathan's beautiful angelic voice was don't be afraid, right? Like, don't be afraid.
Right.
And so for me, I actually think I find their fear kind of reassuring, right? Because like the shepherds being scared didn't take away from the joy that the angels were singing about. And so when I'm scared, when I'm uncertain of what's happening in life, it doesn't necessarily take away from the joy of who Jesus is and why he came to this earth.
Right.
Second thing I noticed here is the angels were bringing good news, right? Like that's what the angel said. He said, I bring you good news. Now, again, if you're hearing this for the first time or you're not super familiar with what Jesus did, like the good news is Jesus, right? The Bible teaches that about 33 to 40 years after he was born, Jesus would be betrayed by a friend. He'd be deserted by his followers. He'd be handed over to like his people's religious leaders who wanted him dead. Right. And then he's tried and he's convicted by the Roman government. And for his punishment, he's sentenced to death on a cross. And I know that sounds like bad news so far. So why would I say this is the good news? Like Jesus was betrayed and sentenced to death. But like that's not the whole story. Book of Romans, the Apostle Paul kind of explains a little more of what happened when Jesus was crucified, right? He took all the sins of the world upon himself. Everything I've ever done or will do that goes against God's design and desire for my life, he took on all that bad, not just for me, but for you, for everyone in this entire world. And then Paul describes it. Check this out. We read Romans chapter 8, verse 1.
Yeah, Romans 8:1 said, so now there is no condemnation for those who belong to Christ Jesus.
Like that's the awesome. Good news. When we place our faith in Jesus, like plain and simple, Jesus' birth started this sequence of events that led to us being set free from the punishment that we all deserve, right? Like that, that's the good news. The good news isn't that Jesus was betrayed and died. The good news is that he did it for us. And there's no condemnation anymore.
That's awesome.
And here's what I love about what the angel said. This good news will bring great joy to all people. Like, have you ever, Nathan, like felt left out at Christmas time?
No, maybe not left out as much as I intentionally like, well, when my whole family gets together, there's so many people there. It is so loud. And if you are not loud and kind of pushing yourself into the center, you'll get kind of pushed out to the outer rims and darkness.
Yeah. And I know like for some of you, maybe you feel left out because like other people are celebrating in a way that you just feel like you can't, or maybe like the joy around the season, you feel like, well, there's too much hurt and pain in my life and I can't participate in that. Or maybe, in your family, even you're kind of like the forgotten child that's kind of left out of some of the celebrations and stuff that happened.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's painful, right? But like, that's why I love the Christmas story so much. Like the angel didn't just say that something joyful happened for Joseph and Mary. Right. He clearly says something joyful has happened for everyone, all people. And that includes you, that includes me, that includes all of us, right? Like it's not just a regular joy either. He says it's a great joy. Like these are key words that the angels use, I think with purpose, right? It's not just like that's a sentence the angel decided to say. This was how God designed it. It was great joy, good news for absolutely everybody. And this isn't joy isn't opening up that gift you wanted on Christmas, right?
Right.
Joy is not you getting that latest, greatest like iPhone 27 Pro Max for Christmas.
I don't think they're up that high yet.
It feels like it's a new one every couple months. I don't know.
I know it does.
One of my kids is on like the iPhone 7 or 8 or something. It's awesome. I love mocking him for it. Which it's my fault because that's the only thing I'm giving him.
You gave them. That's awesome.
But like that's not what joy is, right? Like what God did here, he gave the world a gift that no one expected and like that the world didn't even know it needed.
Right.
Right? The world was wishing for something different at the time. The world was wishing for this military ruler to come in, and God gave something so much greater. And so that great joy that Jesus gives to all of us, to all people, doesn't then mean that all of our pain goes away.
Right.
Because as we see, even in the life of Jesus, pain still happens, right? He was condemned to death on the cross. But like, I know a lot of people I've had conversations with when like they talk about being a Christian or like placing their faith in Jesus, like their biggest complaint is life still hurt. Like all like, you know, it wasn't just like a finger snap and everything goes away and becomes hunky dory or peachy keen.
Swell.
But like the gospel never says that that's the case. I think we've misinterpreted and we misinform people with that.
Definitely.
But like what I love about Jesus is he has a way of just showing up in the middle of our pain and somehow still bringing us joy even when we're hurting. Like we can have this great joy.
Yep.
And so I want us maybe to like just wrap up with what we can do, things that we can look for as it relates to joy, especially when we're hurting this season.
For sure.
So the first thing is this: be on the lookout for it. Right? Like I think one of the most difficult things about moments or seasons of pain is it's hard for us to find reasons to be joyful. We're really good at looking for reasons to complain, reasons to argue, reasons to be upset. And so we have to make the effort, be intentional in looking for joy, right? Like
it's true.
Our situations are different than the shepherds, different than Mary and Joseph, different than each other. And so we all have different things that we need to potentially do, but be on the lookout for joy. Maybe talk about it in your small group each week. Be like, hey, what joyful thing did you see this week? Instead of, man, what garbage is happening in your life? That's important too. We need to support each other in that. But let's encourage each other to look for the joy as well.
Love it.
Second thing, accept the joy that Jesus offers. Like, I think this is maybe a difficult one in the midst of pain because I think for a lot of us, sometimes we don't necessarily want to be happy in the middle of it. We don't want to experience joy and contentment in the middle of our pain because we've convinced ourselves that this is just the way life is, or this is what I deserve. Like, can you imagine if the shepherds, after like the angels did their thing and they said, this is going to be great joy for all people. They were like, that was weird.
And then it just went back to
went back to the sheep, right? Like,
that'd be weird.
That would be super awkward. But like when people find reasons to be joyful, we tend to get joyful about it. We get excited about it. And so why should we respond to the joy that Jesus offers in any other way?
Right.
Like we should see that joy. We should be excited about it. We should want it when we realize that this is the great joy that goes beyond circumstance.
Right.
Right. It goes beyond the hurt that maybe we experience in our world.
That's true.
It's great joy for all people. This is the good news. And then because of that great joy, much like the shepherds, they didn't just go back to tending the sheep. They went and like wanted to share that joy with others.
Yeah.
Right. So if I've spent my time looking for joy, I've accepted the joy that Jesus offers. Now I go and I share that.
Right.
Right. Like the joy Jesus brought to this world that the angels sang about over 2,000 years ago is the same joy that we sing about here at church. Right. It's the same joy that you hear in a lot of the Christmas carols around this time. Right. Like
joy to the world and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's huge
awesome.
And it's important. And like once you experience Jesus, you don't keep it to yourself. Once the shepherds experienced Jesus, they didn't keep it to themselves. Read the next two verses in Luke chapter 2.
Luke 2:17-18. After seeing him, the shepherds told everyone what had happened and that what the angel had said to them about this child. All who heard the shepherd's story were astonished.
They told everybody what had happened.
That's awesome.
because of what they experienced, what they saw, they told everybody. Like, it should be the same for us. You shouldn't be able to stop me from sharing and talking about Jesus every chance I get, right? Like, the joy that we have at Christmas time and year round is something that we should be sharing regularly. And you guys, if you just look around, if you go out in public right now, you're going to see a lot of people who are not very joyful, right? They're grumpy.
That is true.
They're angry.
It's the
they're
grumpiest
bitter,
time of year.
They're frustrated.
Yep.
They need the joy that Christ has to offer. And guess who can share that with them? You can. Yeah, absolutely. So like, while you're in your small groups, I want you to spend a little bit of time tonight talking about ways that you can actually share joy this Christmas and how you can experience it, but then how you can share that, because man, how selfish of us would it be to keep it to ourselves?
Right.
Like, no, you go and like the shepherds, you tell everybody what's happened in your life, what Jesus has done for you.
Love it.
All right. You guys are going to continue talking about this in your small groups, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, before we go, real quick, as always, if you haven't done so already, take a minute. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We want to make sure that some of our other content and some of this stuff gets out, maybe even a little bit wider and beyond our youth group, because this is important news, like Matt said, for everybody. So that will help with that. And also for you DSM people, we got so many cool things coming up to do this month in December. Please go to dfchurch.com and register for some of that so that we know you are coming.
See you guys.
See ya.